Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So biblically, the motherland is Jerusalem. So guess who was in Jerusalem? These black, Hispanic, Native Americans. Give me X, I'm going to show you, right? Because when we were in Egypt, we wasn't having a good time, right? We wasn't kicking back on the beach. We was in hard bondage and slavery, right? So that mindset of, I got to get back to Africa, is not going to help your nation. Hey, how you doing, sis? So your question is, give me Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. Because you're right, we worship from the western shore of Africa. We were scattered all over these places, right? And like the officer was saying, it was punishment because we wasn't keeping God's commandments, right? So let's see why we in captivity right now. Why we in the hoods? Why we in the ghettos? Why they put Popeyes next to Dollar Trees, next to a laundromat, across the street from a dollar store, right? So let's see why we in these conditions. Read that.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations.
So they came and picked us up and they sold us, right? They got history about this. They got movies about these things, right? Them picking up blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans and selling them to other nations. But in the school system, they tell you what? They tell you that black people sold black people, right? Africans sold Africans, right? But no, we're not African. There's a difference between us. So it said you were sold to those nations, to the Arab nation, to the white man. You were sold to those people, but why?
Not for your destruction.
So it's not for your destruction. It's not to destroy you. We don't.
But because ye moved God to wrath.
So it said you were sold because you moved God to wrath. So what's some ways we can get God wrath on us? Name me one way.
I'm going to say slavery is probably one of the ways.
No, God wrath meaning just like the officer was saying, right? If you have a kid,
but
right?
I'm not talking about me personally. I'm talking about getting our people back into Africa because there is a giant hole there and no one's using that.
You know what it is, sis? Where is Jerusalem at? Give me Galatians 4 and verse 6. Because you're talking about Africa as the continent, right? But guess what? Jerusalem is in Africa.
Okay.
So in order to get our land back, there's things we must be doing, right? So the motherland, this is the biblical motherland. This is the biblical motherland. So we all want to get back to Jerusalem. We all want to get rulership. We all want these things, right? But you got to change up the way you're thinking about things. Read that.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
It said Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Read on.
Which is the mother of us all.
So what's the mother of us all?
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So biblically, the motherland is Jerusalem. So guess who was in Jerusalem? These blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Give me Exodus chapter 1 real quick. Because I'm going to show you, right? Because when we were in Egypt, we weren't having a good time, right? We weren't kicking back on the beach. We was in hard bondage and slavery, right? So that mindset of, I got to get back to Africa, is not going to help your nation. Because look at this. Is it one person on this boat? How many people on this boat? An entire nation is on this boat in slavery. So guess what that means, sis? It takes an entire nation to get us out of slavery. So one mindset of, I'm going back to Africa, that's not going to fix things. We got to get together on one accord and have the mindset that our homeland, Jerusalem, is what we're trying to get back to. And we're going to show you how to get there. Give me Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1. Read that.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which
So it's talking about the children of Israel. Read on.
which came into Egypt, every man of his household.
So it said they came into Egypt, every man of his household, right? Who was doing what in Egypt? Who was building brick and mortar, right? Give me Exodus chapter 21. Come back here. Exodus 20 and verse 2. I just want to prove that. Because the Bible defines itself. You go to the Christian church, they don't explain things, right? They give you their own feelings. But the Bible said, I tell you what the definition of Egypt means. All you got to do is read. You don't have to guess. I'm going to let you know what I mean when I say you went to Egypt. Or you're going to go to Egypt again. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God,
So the Lord thy God, the black Messiah, Jesus Christ, read on.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
So he said he brought you out of the land of Egypt.
out of the house of bondage.
The house of what?
House of bondage.
So he said Egypt means what? Bondage. Another word for bondage is slavery, right? Go back to Exodus chapter 1. So when we was going in Exodus chapter 1, they took our families into Egypt. We was going into slavery, right? And that individual mindset has to stop, sis. Read that.
Exodus 1 and 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man of his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah.
So you see all those names on this sign right here.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Which one are you? Why not? What's your dad? So your dad is an African American. So guess what? God said that your dad is from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
That makes you from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Because if I have an apple seed in my pocket and I plant it right here in this grass, what's going to grow out? An apple tree. If I get on the plane, I fly all the way to Bangkok, to Egypt, to wherever, and I plant that same seed, what's going to grow up? An apple tree. So your father planted a seed into your mother, meaning you are what he is. So if your father is a black man or American black, guess what you identify as?
That's
according
right.
to God. You're from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
We just read the whole family. It took families of us into Egypt. And we were not sold for our destruction, but for our correction. So we got to correct ourselves. And guess where it starts at? It starts with you. It starts with the things that you do. It starts with the things that you think. It starts reframing your mind to the scriptures. That's how we get out of this so-called Egypt or the so-called captivity as a nation. So let me show you this real quick, sis. Give me 1 Peter 2 and verse 9. I'm gonna show you this real quick, because you know who Amelia Bloomer is? Amelia Bloomer is a white man. The term bloomers, that's where they get it from. Amelia Bloomer. She created pants and gave them to the black woman. Because you look at this sign, our foremothers, they're what? They're in dresses picking cotton. So we didn't wear pants like that, right? When you see old movies, you got a grandmother? It was born about in the 50s and 60s like that. She wore dresses, right, and skirts. So where did this dress code come from? It came from this man right here, the same man that switched the same things that you're talking about going back to Egypt. Guess what you're going to find in Egypt? You're going to find this white man right here. They call him Christ. You're going to find sisters in pants. You're going to continue to be breaking God's laws just in a different location.
That's right.
Why? Because you haven't changed your mind. Read that.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9.
So this is part of reframing our mind to get that wrath of God off of us. Read on.
But ye are a chosen generation.
So it said, ye are chosen. If you choose something, it's separate from everybody else, right? If you got a chosen thing, that's not just like everything else. So God is saying that you are chosen. What's your name? You just give me a nickname if you want to. Okay, well, I'm going to call you sis. That's fine? Well, sis, God is saying you are chosen. Read on.
A royal priesthood.
So it said you are royal. You're royal. Do you feel like royalty when you're around other nations? Look at our communities. Does it feel like royalty? It doesn't, right? Our communities doesn't say that we are royal, but God is saying we are royalty. Read on.
And holy nation, a peculiar people.
A peculiar meaning not like everybody else. We don't do the same things. We don't follow the same trends. We don't go to the same, we don't follow the same God as them. Our Messiah is black with woolly hair.
That's right.
The God of this world is a white man. We don't go to church on Sunday. We keep the biblical Sabbath, which is Saturday.
That's right.
That's part of being peculiar or set apart, not like everyone else, sis. And that's part of you. That's what you have a heritage in. Because you come from this nation, from this tribe.
That's right.
If you keep the commandments, guess what? You will get the promises, but you got to keep them.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.